In a quiet neighborhood in the suburbs of Chicago, among small brick houses, lived a girl named Alia with her parents. Alia was 14 years old, reserved at school, known for her worn-out clothes and an oversized, tattered backpack. She belonged to a poor Pakistani immigrant family. Her father worked as a janitor in a factory, and her mother cleaned houses. Their income was barely enough to cover rent and utilities. Education was a distant dream. Their home was simple, a two-room apartment, one room for the parents and the other for Alia, separated by a wooden curtain. Alia often studied at the kitchen table while her mother cooked beside her. They didn't have a laptop, the only phone in the house was an old one that often stopped working. Yet, despite all of this, there was a light of hope in Alia's eyes. Since childhood, Alia had a habit of rewriting whatever she learned in a unique way in her notebooks. Her dream was to work at NASA one day. She wanted to become a scientist. Someone who would talk about stars, explore life on Mars, and do something so meaningful that the world would remember. One day, while she was in 8th grade, she had the chance to participate in a science fair. She created a simple device that converted household waste into energy. The idea had struck her as she watched her mother take out the trash every day, thinking, what if this waste could be useful? Her project didn't just win the prize, it also earned her the attention of her principal and teachers. It was during this time that she met Emma, a cheerful, bright girl from a wealthy family. Emma's parents were lawyers. When Emma heard Alia's story, it touched her deeply. One afternoon under a tree at school, Alia shared her reality. My parents work very hard, but they can't afford my education. Every night, I go to sleep wondering how I'll pay my school fees tomorrow. But my dreams are still alive. Emma listened, truly listened. She went home and spoke to her parents. For them, it was perhaps a small gesture, but for Alia, it was the doorway to a whole new world. Emma's parents decided to sponsor Alia's entire education. With that support, Alia now had new books, a clean uniform, a new backpack, and most importantly, peace of mind. She didn't just excel in her classes, she started winning science competitions at the state level. She was even sent to a science camp at the University of California, where she saw a space telescope for the first time. Time passed. Alia topped her high school class and earned a full scholarship to MIT. Her mother's eyes welled up with tears the day they dropped her off at the university gates. We only hope to teach you how to write, daughter, you've learned how to read the universe. Alia and Emma's friendship only deepened. Emma took an interest in social service, and together, they founded a non-profit organization called Wings Within, aimed at supporting girls with dreams like Alia's but without the means to achieve them. After graduating from MIT, Alia secured an internship at NASA and later a full-time position. She didn't just change her own life, she transformed her parents' lives too. They bought a new home, accessed better healthcare, and, most of all, experienced a pride that no wealth could buy. Her father, once a janitor, was now invited as an honorary guest at local educational institutions. His story, in the light of Alia's success, became a source of inspiration for young minds. Her mother, who had spent years cleaning homes, now ran a workshop teaching skills to other women. They often said, our daughter's success has given us a new life. We no longer feel small, we feel honored. 10 years later, when Alia received the National Award for Science and Community in Washington, D.C., her parents and Emma stood proudly beside her. From that day forward, Alia was invited to speak at international forums, and her story echoed around the globe. In her acceptance speech, Alia said, if Emma had ignored my words that day under the tree, I might not be standing here today. One act of sincerity can change someone's world. Each of us holds that power. When you lift one person, you lift generations. The little girl with the old backpack had not just changed herself, she had shown the world a new path. Her story stands as proof that dreams don't need wealth, only a chance. And when that chance is given with a full heart, those dreams don't just come true, they make history.